What up, crypto lovers and enthusiasts? Today we're going to look at the possible downsides of Bitcoin. So we're going to look specifically at the CME futures Bitcoin chart to get an idea of how low we could possibly go. Okay, I've been hearing a lot of talk about 38,000, and I'll give you my opinions on if I think we are going to get that low. And then we're going to take a look at two altcoins, both in real world assets, both real world asset plays. Okay, tokenization of real estate, tokenization of assets. Both of these are actually in real estate. One focuses on Southeast Asia, and another one is a U.S. company. Relio Network is the U.S. one, and the Southeast Asia one, although run by U.S. guys, is prop base. Right? We're going to look at those charts and tell you why I'm bullish on them. And so without further ado, let's do this. It's going to be a relatively quick video. So last few days, basically right here, okay, two green days in a row as basically the grayscale sales are coming hopefully to an end, which has been causing downward pressure. There's a lot of moving parts in any type of in Bitcoin, crypto, and any type of risk markets. Okay, so we can't really pinpoint what is the exact reason for this, but there is still money coming in from what I understand, and there are a lot of people bullish, guys. So I mean, I wanted to talk today about the people saying, all right, we're going to get to around 38,000. You can see more or less 38,000 is right around here. There's support right here at 38,000 at the lower part of it. Do I think we're going to get that low? No, right? But I'm going to show you something on the CME futures, which says that we could get close, right? This gap right here that hasn't been filled yet, right here at 40,000 to roughly 39,700. 39,700, let's say. Okay, although we've come close, we haven't filled this gap, and usually gaps do get filled. All right, so do we find some wicking? Do we find a wick that just kind of fills it, or do we find a body that kind of fills it at this level and not quite getting to 38,000 but getting close? It's the only thing that I can see that would make me say yes, it's possible. Okay, that's the only thing. And look at this nice little body below this ascending line for the first time since when did we start going? We'll say this, since December 11th. All right, the first body below it. We've had wicks. We had a long one just January 3rd, but we didn't get quite down there to close this gap. All right, so something to think about. I thought there was another gap. Let's see if I can look at it in the week. I thought I saw another gap, but I guess not. No, so just this one gap, and that's the one that's really close. There are other gaps below that haven't gotten filled, so it doesn't mean that it definitely has to get filled, but generally speaking, they do get filled. So that is something to keep an eye on, to see if we do wick down to just fill it between 40,000 and 39,000. Okay, that's the only one that would give me kind of pause to say, all right, maybe we do drop down a little bit lower. But for right now, this area of support at today is at 41,720, this ascending line, 41,720, which is where it is right now. Seems to be holding right now, and it seems that we're trying to get back into this. So there is strong support here, guys. Okay, and again, as I mentioned, this ascending line, and this $40,000 psychological line. All right, all areas of support. Okay, before we come down here. So let's see what happens. Of course, if there's some horrible news or something like that, some black swan event, obviously, yeah, then we're gonna drop down. But if things stay as they are, okay, I really don't see it. Okay, maybe we do come here. I mean, right here is more or less where we'd have to drop to fill this gap. More or less right here. All right, so I mean, around 40,000, 39,000 a little bit, and again 38,000 is down here. That's where a lot of people are saying we're going to get to. But hey, Bitcoin likes to surprise people. All right, a lot of people thought we were going to go up higher. No one really said, hey, we're going to stay more or less in this range, right? So Bitcoin likes to do the unexpected. So that's that. Okay, so that's kind of like the bearish case. Why? we could possibly get close to 38,000, but I still have a tough time seeing it. Although this is probably, again, the biggest bearish case for me is filling of this gap. All right, cool. So now let's take a look at Relio Network, which is going to be, as far as I'm concerned, going to do really well, and Prop Base, which is a new project focused in Southeast Asia, which I think is also going to do well. And the charts look pretty strong, guys. Okay, a lot of my projects are in this similar pattern. Okay, and not yet doing this part, and this is the part that I'm waiting for a lot of them to do. Just get out of this and start moving up. Relio Network is one that has done this, right? Although right now it's kind of repeating this, almost like a little fractal of it, right? Of this, right? Just like a smaller version on its way up. So I think right now, and I'm in a trading position here, just slightly losing. But I think right now this looks pretty good, and this area is not a bad area if you have zero exposure to Relio Network. These guys are based in the U.S. I think even New York. Interesting project. Not a big fan of the team as far as personally liking them, as I've made mention in previous videos, but I do like the project. And I've made analogies like you didn't really have to like Steve Jobs to have an iPhone and like your iPhone, right? And so I think similar here, where this project looks just really good. A lot of people on Twitter talk about this project. I'm sure if I do this, and for me, there's going to be some talk of Relio Network in crypto Twitter here soon. That's another one that I've been buying recently as well. Here we go, Rio, right? Just scroll down a little bit and you see Rio, and so that bodes well. You really want to see a project does need hype, and really a lot of people say it's going to be the king of real world assets. And so 67 cents, guys, to buy around this area is not bad, because in the short term I do think it's going to get to $1, blast to $1.52. Eventually, at some point this year, at least get to $5.60 at least, right? Because that's what this structure tells me, right? So that's Relio. And then another one, Prop Base. This is a newer project focused in Southeast Asia, and you're going to see that the chart looks very similar. Let's see, another real world asset play, because I think real world assets that whole sector is gonna get a lot of money thrown at it. And so just for being in the sector, I think these projects are going to do well. But if the projects are actually good, they're going to do even better. Right? If they get good hype, they do good marketing. A lot of factors involved, like anything. All right. So, anyways, it's a new project, and that's good. You can buy it on MEXC. That's where I have it. And this one is similar, right? It's a triangle pattern, which is also bullish after a big leg up, basically consolidating. But it moved up above it, right? Just like Relio did. All right. Relio was a flag pattern. But again, bullish, same thing. But the part that's closest is this right here. Okay, also kind of similar, like a fractal, right? So this could be the best buying opportunity, like Relio, before it starts moving up again. And it stayed pretty strong, especially for a new project. You know, a lot of times new projects do something like this. They go up and then they just start slowly coming down. This is the USA token, which is actually a good project, but unfortunately, this happens a lot. I'm actually way underwater on this, but I'm just waiting for it to even out before I do add some more, because I think it's going to be a good project. But my point here is that a lot of new projects do that, and Prop S has done this, guys. All right, so that shows strength. That should show something, okay? Relio, I think, is like at around a $30 or $40 million market cap. So I mean, they can definitely still do 100x. Prop Base, I think, is at like a 13. Oh, I'm sorry, 5.96 million market cap. You look at the tokenomics here. It doesn't look all that great. 180 million circulating supply for a total supply of 1.2 billion. But at around 2025, there's going to be around half, probably half, a little bit more, going to be in circulation. So you can use that to gauge and make base your decisions. Okay, so we know what the dilution is going to be, at least, and that's what we need to know. Okay, so around half. I have to go back and confirm that, but I think so, because I was just looking at the vesting schedule and my math turned out to be turned, yeah, around 540 million in circulation around 2025, more or less. All right, so that's more or less what it's looking like. So that's what you can do your homework on, basing it on that, more or less. Okay, so I mean, pretty good, the project, I think, again, in a good sector, at 3 cents right now. Okay, my average buy is 0.018. I don't see, I mean, unless there's a black swan, I don't see it dropping too much. I think it's building its next base before its next leg up, guys. All right, so looks pretty good, looks pretty strong, and these are projects that you should look into. Again, you know, the Bitcoin halving is less than 100 days away, around 94. According to CoinMarketCap, we are 95 days away. 95 days, 1 hour, 20 minutes away, guys. Okay, and then that's when the fun stuff starts happening. So definitely position yourselves. Definitely look at real world assets. I would also look at gaming and in artificial intelligence. Those are like the three areas, the 3 sectors that I've been really focused on. And this week, maybe I'll try to look at all those areas for you guys, with you guys. Okay, but yeah. So Bitcoin, the bearish case, maybe we do wick down to just close to 39,000, 40,000, somewhere around there, just to close that CME gap, possibly, or maybe not. All right, but that's the only bearish case that I personally see. And then Relio Network, it's going to be probably the real world asset king. Chart looks very strong, even during the small little dip. And prop base also, chart looks very strong, especially for a new project during this dip, and both in the real world asset space, which, as I mentioned, is going to get a lot of money thrown at it. All right, cool. Let's leave it at that, guys. Hope you liked it. Hope you got some utility. If you can, please like, please subscribe, please leave a message. I appreciate it. All right. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace.